Hey guys, welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host Chris. Thanks for joining me once again on another Friday edition of Beer Geek Nation. It is Pretty Things Brewing out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and this is their baby tree quadruple. There's a big story behind it. I urge you guys to go to the website and check it out. It's a crazy story. It is a year-round beer. Comes in at 9% alcohol. This is batch 4, I believe. Yep, batch 4, bottled in February 2010. And what's nice, they put the bottling date right on the label there. And I'm going to do something here I don't normally do, but I have to do it because I read it before I turned the camera on. I'm going to read you a part of the label here. Just the last part of the label, so not to lose you guys. Alright, so here we go. Pour it straight down the middle of a big stemmed glass and enjoy the magic of trees full of waving babies all year long. It's a husband and wife team. They rent their brewery. It's a really small operation. You can get their beers in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and New York. And it's kind of one of those breweries that's really kind of gaining momentum through Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. Without me blabbering anymore, let me get us into a glass, let you know how it smells, how it tastes, and give you the verdict on Pretty Things Brewing Baby Trees Quadruple. Alright, so the appearance on the baby trees, it's a really deep, dark brown, pours almost like Coca-Cola or something along those lines. If you hold up in the light, you get these really, really deep kind of ruby red veins kind of running through it. I'm assuming the color comes from a lot of the dry plums that they use in the brewing process, kind of the darker color. The head was about 2 fingers to start off with the initial pour as it settled down. Went away real quick. It was kind of an off-white eggshell type color, reflecting the color of the actual beer. It's hazy, can't see anything through it. It's a bottle conditioned beer, so I wouldn't expect to. A little bit darker than a traditional quadruple, but still, you know, it's in the same style zone. All right, so the aroma on the baby tree. Yeah, there's definitely get a lot of that plum in there. There's these deep dark fruits. Definitely some plum, much like a traditional quadruple. I'm getting more of the dark fruits than I did on, say, the Chimay or the Three Philosophers. There's a lot of malt in here. Yep, a lot of like roasted malts. You definitely get the yeast characteristics. There's fruity esters. There's spiciness in there that I'm kind of picking up. It's just a really, really solid aroma for a quadruple, pretty traditional to the style. This one does have more plum characters, date characters, kind of raisin characters to it than I would expect to see in a quadruple, but definitely, you know, it's an interesting smelling beer. Wow. First thing that comes to mind is it's very smooth. The carbonation kind of doesn't overwhelm your mouth like some quadruples do. There's a lot of malt right in the beginning. It's more of a dark caramel malt. Kind of there's toasted characters in there that really kind of, it's just a big beer. You can taste that. You do get the dark fruits, the plums, the raisins, the figs. They're there. They're definitely there. They kind of coat your mouth. And you do, you know, it's kind of strange. It's kind of a very light tasting beer. It does come in at 9%, and I wouldn't expect that. But, you know, this beer has huge mouthfeel, but at the same time, it's very drinkable and kind of light tasting. So it's kind of a weird kind of juxtaposition that really works for it. There's a lot of sweetness in this one, but not overwhelmingly. So, you know, it's not like one of those really sweet beers. Definitely the sweetness is here, but that's traditional to the style again. You do get the fruit characteristic, the spiciness from the yeast. It's a very, very solid yeast strain. It tastes like you get kind of the peppery, kind of like lemon zest, kind of really bright, kind of spicy flavors in there that you would expect from a Belgian yeast. It's a very, very good tasting quadruple. It's a little bit sweeter, a little bit spicier than, say, a traditional quadruple, but, you know, it's within that realm, and they took it and they kind of took it to the next level. It's a very, very good quadruple. Okay, so the verdict on the baby tree from Pretty Things Brewing out of Cambridge, Mass. Comes in at 9%, available year-round. I'm going to give this one a B. I think it's a really, really solid quadruple. This one is very drinkable. It's almost like a summer beer. You know, you could have a glass of it in the heat and you'd be just fine with it. There's light characteristics and there's really dark fruit characteristics. There's big malt. But at the same time, it's just really refreshing. Everything kind of gets, taken away. The mouthfeel is spot on. Definitely go to their website, check out their story. It's really interesting. They seem like really good people. And check out the baby tree story. I don't do it justice, but with that said, definitely check out Pretty Things. Anything you can get from them. Trade for them, Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, whatever. But definitely check it out. I'm going to give it a B. Until next time, my friends, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.